From no-look passes to gravity-defying throws, at the same time absolutely annihilated his opponents. Let's look at his 10 craziest moments and get ready because these are not black and white. Let's kick this off with his 2018 game against the Ravens. This was in week 14 of the 2018 season. Things started heating up in the second quarter when Mahomes was dancing around like a backyard quarterback dodging a bunch of kids. Those Ravens pass rushers were coming at him like a swarm of angry bees, but he didn't even break a sweat. With the confidence of a magician, he pulled up the most jaw-dropping move, a no-look pass. Without even glancing at his target, he launched the ball to Demarcus Robinson with pinpoint accuracy. Now, mind you, the Ravens defense that year was tougher than grandma's overcooked meatloaf. They were shutting down offenses left and right, but they couldn't keep up with Mahomes' wizardry and were absolutely stunned. That game against the Ravens was one for the ages. Mahomes showed us all that he's not your average quarterback. He's a football maestro, a true artist on the field. It's like he's got a secret playbook that no one else knows about. And that wasn't the only shocking move we got from him that game. I mean, do you remember the moment he threw across his body during the game? The Chiefs were down by a touchdown, less than 2 minutes left on the clock and facing a tough 4th and long situation. The Ravens defense was closing in on Mahomes and things were looking pretty grim. Protection broke down and it seemed like he was in serious trouble. But Mahomes didn't lose his cool. Instead, he took off running to the right, away from the defenders, and then out of nowhere, he threw this wild pass to his favorite target, Tyreek Hill. It was a high-pressure situation with 4 Raven defenders in the area, but Mahomes managed to pull off this incredible throw and connect with Hill. That play was a game changer. You know what else would be a game changer? You subscribing to this channel for the wildest NFL content. Back to our man Mahomes. The Chiefs tied the game on another 4th down conversion just a few plays later, with Mahomes finding Damian Williams for a 5-yard touchdown pass. And guess what? They even scored the go-ahead field goal in overtime, and their defense held strong to secure a thrilling 27-24 victory over Baltimore. So yeah, when it comes to throwing across your body, most quarterbacks should stay away from that risky move, but Mahomes, well, he's got the magic touch and can pull it off like no one else. And just a year later, in 2019, he gave us an even more amazing play that had the opponents embarrassed. That one time in the 2019 AFC Championship game against the Titans was unforgettable. Patrick was facing a tough situation in the first half with the Titans defense blanketing his receivers. But you know how Mahomes operates, he's always ready to improvise and make things happen. So there he was, dropping back and realizing he had to do something extraordinary to turn the game around, and without hesitation, he sprung into action. Moving to his left, he juked past one defender, gracefully slid past another, and even outran a third potential tackler along the sideline. And guess what? He didn't stop there. Mahomes zoomed past 2 more Titans players before diving beautifully into the end zone, giving Kansas City its first lead. At that point, the Titans a bit up by 10, but Mahomes' epic play changed the whole game. By the end of the first half, the Titans were trailing 21-17. It was incredible how Mahomes' run before the halftime left the Titans feeling like he went full Superman on them. Kevin Bayard from the Titans admitted that the play took a wind out of their sails. David Long Jr. added that before Mahomes made that play, they were doing everything right, but after that, it was a whole new ballgame. And that wasn't even his only amazing move from the 2019 season. There was also the AFC Divisional Round playoff game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. The Texans were on fire. They jumped to a massive 24-0 lead, and everyone's thinking, uh-oh, the Chiefs are in trouble. The Chiefs had a bye, and being the 2 seed, they were expected to be the next big thing. But the Texans going crazy, doubts started creeping in. But Pat refused to go down without a fight. The Chiefs came roaring back with a crazy touchdown by Mahomes. He was almost behind the line of scrimmage, but with some crazy footwork, he flipped the ball to Travis Kelce in the end zone for the touchdown. And you know he's got a knack for pulling off these amazing moves like it's no biggie. Remember that epic Super Bowl win in 2020? It wasn't all smooth sailing for a quarterback. He had some tough moments, struggling with frustration and making mistakes. But you know what they say, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. You gotta love Anthony Sherman's quote, "Anything's possible with Pat," and let me tell you, he was not kidding. And boy, oh boy, it was magical indeed. And the best part is that he isn't a one-time star. No sir, he stunned us and his opponents again in 2022 when he was playing against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So there they were, back at Raymond James Stadium, the Chiefs with a score to settle after the Super Bowl loss to the Bucs, the hands down Chiefs. And an equally crazy one was the jump pass versus Jacksonville. Mahomes was like a Houdini escaping the pocket, and boom, a perfect throw to Travis Kelce for a first down in the red zone. That's just the beginning. Right after the game kicked off, he pulls off another mind-blowing move. Facing a 2nd and 3, Mahomes drops back, senses the rush closing in, and without hesitation, he jumps up and launches a pass to Kelce down the field. I mean, who even does that? The defense was closing in, but Mahomes' throw was spot on. Kelsey leaps up and grabs it, gaining 13 yards for the first down. You gotta watch the reverse angle of that play. It's insane. You can see how the defense was bearing down on Mahomes, but he still managed to jump and release the ball cleanly. And guess what? Kelsey finishes off that crazy drive with a touchdown reception, putting the Chiefs up 7-0 in the blink of an eye. And sometimes he even humbled some legends right before they were about to retire. Week 15 showdown in the 2020 season was one for the books. Mahomes faced off against the New Orleans Saints for the first time in his career, and boy did he make it count. Leading the Chiefs to a hard-fought 32-29 victory on the road, he showed the world why he's one of the best quarterbacks in the game. But the real icing on the cake was getting the chance to battle the legendary Drew Brees, who was a true icon in the world of football. It was a passing of the torch moment in a way, as Brees announced his retirement at the end of that season so that